that um, reciprocity, and therefore it makes I do see myself as a human. So if I see another human who doesn't respect me in that way, like my respect to them is lost, which is what the way that I feel about my neighbors. Like, well, I kind of feel like when I needed support, it wasn't there, and then I don't know. I can't still see. I feel like that maybe just about so many people. It's not even that they're canceled, because like I even feel like the idea of canceled is like you're pretending like someone doesn't exist, and it's not even that. Like I know that these people exist, but it's like it's also that I know they're a problem, and I feel like maybe that's like it's a weird new strategy, because also like I think I told you I went on the so I did go, and I hung out with my cousin, and that was interesting. It was nice. um I just totally forgot actually how much stuff we have in common. We have a lot in common. Like, but she was in London, so that's another thing too, where I feel like I couldn't have any expectations for her, because as I went through all that, she was literally in London. And even then, on my birthday, and she didn't even have a phone, but she still managed to like use social media to send me messages, which I found later. And so I was kind of like, okay, she's not canceled, because like first of all, she was in a different country, and I don't know, this wasn't really about her. But I bring that up to say that this other cousin who was there reached out to her, being like, "Oh, I'm trying to get in contact with Olivia," and I had to explain to her that this cousin has been canceled. And she was like, "Oh, that makes sense. I get it." So it was interesting. Like, she was, easily able to empathize. But it also could be layers, because that was like a text message sort of exchange. And so there's probably a lot of parts where she doesn't understand. But her messaging to me was like, "Okay, I get it."
She was trying to mediate or get in touch with you through the other cousin.
The other cousin, the one who I basically canceled, yeah, started sending her messages like,
System-wide delay due to train congestion.
it's like,
Call
I don't know, she's like,
1-877-973-3332.
so I told you on multiple occasions about like Jamila, and Jamila she just, yeah, so she is still in contact with this cousin over like, she didn't kick her off her social media or anything. Like, she's still been there for her, or not there for her, but just in her network. So she will like casually bring up things that like she would post or anything, and I had to tell her like, please don't bring those things up to me, because like this person is no longer a part of my life, right? And so the line was like very clearly drawn, and like I think that um it was certain things, like my cousin made a post about my mom, right? And it was like something about Mother's Day, because she like feels closely to my mom, so that's why Jamila brought it up to me. But then I also told Jamila how I feel about my mom. Like, I didn't even make a post about my mom, right? So like it's kind of like, I mean, everybody's basically canceled in my eyes. But I really feel like she did not and does not understand. I feel like there's just a lot of parts that she doesn't understand. Like, contextually, I don't think that she sees herself in my narrative the way that I see her, and that's actually another thing that came up with even my brother. Like, we had a family meeting yesterday, and he was talking about the fact that he feels like the court chose Ariel's father's family over our family, and he kept going with this narrative about like things that happened, and how like he doesn't want to really, he's like, I don't want to talk about it, and I'm like, well, here's the thing, like, I know for a fact that you're missing a lot of context, because like for some parts you literally weren't there. All you got was like third party like information, and it's like incorrect, but you don't even care to like fix that information or to like understand what really happened. That's one thing that's kind of telling. And then another thing, it made me feel like, I think it like solidified the sort of idea that I have that he should be canceled, right? It's like, I really feel like you don't give a shit about like how like you too played a part in what happened, even if it was like your support didn't come off in a way that was like productive.
So, do you feel like you want to cut him off?
Captain
I
Porter.
already did.
Train number
Your brother.
5.
Yeah, I mean, I participate in the family meeting because we have like real family business that we have to like attend to. But like, he does not have my number. My mother doesn't have my number. Like,
You might not be able to do this
Captain
healing work with
Porter.
them in
Train
your
number
life. You know, I mean, I
5,
would.
2, 5.
I'd be curious to
Now
know if
arrival.
if cutting off means forever, and they're your family, and I can really feel that you feel abandoned by them. But you might not also be able to do this healing work in such close proximity, and that might be your truth.
yeah. It's just also very strange because like I do feel like in this weird way, like my cousin, my brother, and my mom, they feel like we are a community, as if as like my relationship with Ariel equates to their relationship with Ariel, and I don't see it like that. Like, and I know you said this before, but I'm like, I am going to like move, right? And like I am going to like have a relationship with my daughter, but like I'm not building a bridge between my daughter and them. I feel like the same protective barriers that I have for myself away from them, I would want to continue to apply those barriers to Ariel. They are not talking about it like that.
Why do you think that your brother has taken the position that he's taken?
I think it's out of like honest like confusion. Like he doesn't know the whole story, and the only way like context is so important. Like context is so important. Like if you literally see a bomb go off across the street, you might think it's a terrorist attack, not knowing that it's somebody like it's reconstruction happening. Like context is like really important. It's really important, and like I don't think my family members understand that.
And do you feel like he's not open and available to you setting the story straight?
Yes.
Setting up the context?
Yeah. To me, that's what he made clear yesterday. Because I tried
Why do you think that is?
I basically said, like, don't you want to know the whole story? Like, don't. And he was like, no, it doesn't matter. I don't want to talk about it. It doesn't matter. That's what happened in the past. That's the same thing my mom says.
How would you feel about, I mean, do you think he knows that he's quote unquote canceled, or that you don't want to be in a relationship with him because he won't make space to understand that you're part of the story?
I feel like to an extent, yes, because like, in one of the meetings before, my mom made it clear that he doesn't have my phone number, and there's like a reason for that, so. But also, like, I'm just not sure that he that's another thing where my mom...
You're not sure he cares.
Yeah, I'm not sure he cares, and I'm not sure even my mom cares, right? Because, like, they literally, to me and to other people, they continue to talk about our family as if everything's fine, like, oh, yeah, no, my sister's good or something, or, like, maybe she's not good. I don't know what the fuck he says, or then, like, my mom, because we are, I guess, living together, that I'm not sure what that means to her, but to me, like, it's funny, like, my friend have asked about my mom, and I've had to have a whole breakdown conversation, like, where we're not close, like, it's a really bad situation right now. It was a whole thing where I was, like, having to explain that, but, like, they are not, I do not feel like that is their, like, they don't understand that. And I think maybe it really is because of this, like, proximity thing, where it just feels like everything is the same and everything is normal, right? But I mean, it's so far from that.
Yeah, there's something here around them not wanting to like face, like they want to normalize what's happening in a way that feels like there's some sort of positive regard, and you're not willing to stand for that narrative.
Absolutely not, because then it would normalize the behavior. It would normalize what happened, as if we can move past this. And no, like I thought my life was gonna end last year, like my actual life.
Actual life.
And like I really felt like my daughter's life ended last year. I don't know what life she's living now, but like it ain't normal, and it's like it's not good. And I have no idea how to heal and fix that. And especially that's another thing. Like I know how much of a critical thinker she is. I can't rationalize their story to her. And if they're not even willing to rationalize their story with me, what the fuck? Like, I don't, it's like, okay, well then, I guess the same invisibility that's here now for them can just continue to exist? Because, like, I don't know what to say.
What do you think the story they would tell Ariel would be?
Mom's crazy or something? Like, I feel like that's the story my brother would probably live with. And it's crazy because, like, the story actually doesn't make sense, right? And I feel like it's something that I mean, you have to be a thinker, like, to think about this. So it's like, okay, so, like, what is a crazy